Look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Bridgewater on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 10, touch head. 36. Longer jump. 3. 3.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 29, Bridgewater, it's caught, Smith. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's going to be a long day.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Cousins. And he finds Tyler Croft. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Cousins now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good.
To throw, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Hauschka's kick is good, but hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker, and if they did, that'll be a 1st down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Watch a slack. Watch a slack. Watch a slack.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again. Starlatulele. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Complete to Jones. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Move. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Bridgewater. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing, Cousins. And the grab by Croft. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 42 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll run it with Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the red zone now, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Bang, 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 bang.
Throwing, Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Shaq Lawson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On second down, it's Johnson. We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Hey, Delta.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Third and short yardage. Cousins under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action now. Bridgewater. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Throwing is Cousins. This complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 16, Cousins. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now Cousins. This is caught. Watkins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 25 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 6 at the 20.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now Brown. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here we go.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And 7.
On the set. Go 58's the mic. It's our time. It's our time. Zoom, zoom. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. It's been a long day.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Cousins. Completes it to Watt. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets it to Brown. Complete. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
To throw, Bridgewater. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's the way. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch 36.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo. 6. Half. 40.
On the ground, Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 19-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Bridgewater, sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Curry. Mike's 49.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on.
Here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Push him back. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And looks like the Bengals starting to pull away in that one. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
First down, Buffalo.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
And it's 3rd down.
To Hunt. Landing.
51 to mile. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Buffalo, the preparation pays off as they pick up their first win on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.
Just wanna be her for your mom to your pops to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. Squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound it surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah, yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get. Too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. A couple